Boom, just like that. We are live once again. Let me know if you can hear me. Holla if you hear me. I am DTM Delta Tango Mike, and we're here for another edition of DTM Art Life. Art Life, Live Art. Something like that. Boom, boom, boom. Today we are going to go over the creative process that we started with the coloring pages, but we're going to continue that process into a coloring book. So I got my surface. This is where I have Fresco. Got Fresco here. And I'm going to share with you my screen so that you can see how I go through some of these steps when we first started with the coloring pages to now a coloring book, which reminds me now I gotta make sure I'm logged into um, the Creative Cloud. So let me go ahead and do that while you can't see my screen. And but yes, we've been working on a super collaboration for a while. It started this year, the where we included other artists. The collaboration itself started last year between Hughes and Tones and myself, and we have been having a good time. It's been slow moving because we want to make sure that we take our time doing the art that we want to do, and we have fun. That's the other thing I like to talk about sometimes is that we need to make sure that we have fun when creating art because the whole reason why you started drawing was fun. I mean, come on. And sometimes we feel the pressure of producing. Sometimes we feel the pressure of posting and sharing. I know I do sometimes. And man, let me tell you, we got to make sure that whatever we do, we enjoy doing it. So yeah, so that's been a bit of the process so far, and also getting to artists together to collaborate. And we kind of put it out there to for anyone who was interested in participating, they can just join us. And some of the artists did, including Jane, Odari, I want to say Lysandra, and Penny. I want to say maybe I may be off. I'm not looking at my list right now. I'm trying to make sure that I can get this iPad connected. But it was cool. It was cool. There we go. We're good. It was cool to see that other artists are interested in hanging out with us, working with us, and creating with us, which is why how we now have the super collaboration. That's right, super collaboration. And so let me see if I can pull up the iPad. There it is. Usually I share with my Surface, but right now there are some things that I'm missing on the Surface, and so I need to share with my iPad. There we go. And plus, as a matter of fact, today is the first day of the Snapdragon Summit. So if you follow Surface News, and then you'll see what's going on with the latest devices. Ooh, I'm excited too. Any case, this is the iPad, and we have Fresco. On the desktop, I have the Creative Cloud, and as you can see, there goes Photoshop, and there goes Illustrator. Come on, there they go. They're popping. They're on and popping. And of course, of course, yes, I'm gonna sign out on my other devices. Sure, come on, Create a Cloud. You can just work for like 30 minutes. Be like, all right, Dan. I know you want to get on. Okay, well let me get on, man. All right. Okay, so sign out of a device. I'm already here. This is it. I'm in this device. Let me see what's gonna happen if I close that. I wanna like you sometimes. There we go. It did it. It's working, but it's not working. Okay, so that was Illustrator's open. Now let's open up. And let me see where is Illustrator. How? Oh yes, it's right there. This is the limit. Take it to the limit. limit. And there's another app that we'll be working with. I don't usually work with InDesign, but there it is. Let's install it. Oh, it's not even installed. How many of you like InDesign? What's up? The Jane in the house. Just stopping in to say hello. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for stopping through. I appreciate ya. And thank you for leaving all the lovely comments and all of my posts. Yes, it's nice. It's nice. I haven't used InDesign either. Yes. I'm not a big fan of InDesign because it takes me back to graphic design. And I do not like graphic design as much as I like illustrations. So I kind of stick to drawing. I kind of like just drawing. Like I like to draw. That's my thing. And let me double check everything here. We got and so when I worked on annual reports and magazine layouts and book layouts, that was the app to use is InDesign, and it has its quirks. And however, they do have Firefly in InDesign now, and so um, it's like you're like a machine when you're working in design. It's that you you have a purpose here. You going to make this thing work and do what you want it to do, and that's it. And then uh, but with illustration, you kind of just go with the flow sometimes, and there may be parameters that when you're working with a client, and that happens a lot where I have to stick to this idea that they want. But when it comes to illustration, I can still fudge some things. And if it comes out ugly, well, that's the way it works, But because it's art or illustration, as long as it works for the message, sorry. Then, but in design, that is straight up. You are going to create this thing, and it has to follow these parameters. Even if you're creative about how you do your layout, for the rest of the book, you got to follow the same. So it's a little bit of a pain. Jane says the closest I've come is using Microsoft Publisher, which I quite like. Yes, Publisher. That's where I started with laying out things. As a matter of fact, I was laying out flyers in Publisher way back when. Way back when. We're gonna start talking about back in the day, and that was it. Microsoft Publisher. There's a free version of Publisher called Script. So I use Script also because I was working on a community newsletter, and they were not going to buy. They were not going to buy. Let me see. Okay, there it goes. It's installed. They were not going to buy or pay for InDesign or Publisher, and so I use Script. I don't know what it's called. I heard that Libre has a version. And so, anyways, there's lots of options out there. And now with Affinity, there's an option for using a publisher. Like, might be a Affinity publisher. I can't remember. Let me see. Uh, yeah, there is. It's called Publisher. It's page layout. Reject them. Oh, get out. There it is. And desktop publishing software, no subscription. And it's got layouts for a bunch of things. Pretty cool looking. Got it. I don't know the price, but let me see. Oh, that's not too bad. And you can do it on an iPad for $20. Okay, that's all right. That's good. I don't know if I want to design on an iPad. I guess so with the keyboard and the mouse nowadays, you can do all of that. All right, well there you go. But today we're focused on Adobe. Okay, get out. And there it is. This is InDesign. So let's just talk about. I'm not gonna sit here and work on the whole thing. Come on, what am I missing here? Uh huh. And I am going to just go through this, show you the steps. That way, it's not a long stream. And for some reason, okay, let me see. Open. There's no files to open. There it is. Okay, got it. So let me just we're just gonna do a quick review. And I have Photoshop open, even though I've used Fresco. Hey, special, how you doing? I appreciate you stopping by. Special Lexac. Thank you for stopping through. Okay, so here we go. This is Fresco, right? So what happens is I start my drawings and sketches on anything I want. And you can sketch in Adobe Photoshop on your iPhone and on your Android device. That is a big win for all of us. Yeah. Let me show you. Let me show you my Android device. It is a Surface Duo and it supports Adobe Photoshop, which is crazy. It's crazy that okay, come on. And so there it is, Photoshop right here on the top part of this screen, and of course, um, this is the Duo. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I can draw with the Surface Pen. So I really, 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 really like this. I'm happy. I'm fine. Happy creating session, everybody. Good, good, good. Thank you for that message. Yes, happy creative session, everybody. And so when you're drawing, so if you have an Android, you can already start drawing with Adobe. Boom. And the big benefit with working in any Adobe app is that Creative Cloud, the screen we were just on. And so no matter where you're, what app you're working on, what device, you're going to have access to the Creative Cloud. And okay, so some updating here, some beta. And so when you draw with Photoshop on Android, your drawing will sync with Fresco on iPad or Windows, and so then you can continue your drawing when you sit down somewhere a little bit more stable. So this is when you're on the go and you're thinking of an idea. And I was thinking about an idea last night, and so I drew on my iPad Mini. And where is it? It's right there. Yeah, there it is, the idea. And so you're on the go, you're somewhere, you're like, and then you're like, oh, I have an idea of this drawing. And then you sit there and think about it for a minute, and then you're like, okay, I'm gonna remember that when I sit down to draw. That's not gonna happen. You're not gonna remember. You're gonna sit down and draw like, what was that idea? I had an idea. It was a good idea. And so instead, when you first have an idea, you're like, oh, let me sketch it out real quick. And then you open up Adobe Photoshop and then you start sketching it out. And if you have an iPhone, then you can do Photoshop or Fresco. But we have Adobe available on both of those platforms. And so you do the sketch, you work on it, and then you're like, okay, we're just for 5 minutes because you're busy doing something else, or having dinner with the significant other, and so you're like, okay, I'm going back to dinner. All right, fine, I'm done drawing. I'm gonna put it away. And then when you sit down to draw, you're like, okay, what was the idea? It's right here. My idea is right here. Let me go ahead and start it. Get back on it, and boom. And then you're looking at the idea. You're like, yes, Batman's a skater. That's the idea. Yeah. Let me see. There you go. There you go. This is called Bat Punk. Boom. Bat Punk. There we go. Boom. Like it. I like it. And then, you finish the drawing and do what you need to do. This is part of my workflow. I know I get excited and get sidetracked. But there it is. So that's why I have Photoshop right here, because whatever I just did right now, it's syncing. You see the little blue dot. And when it's done syncing, it's going to sync right here on this window, which is Photoshop. And 23 seconds ago, see? Boom. Just like that. So, yes to the Creative Cloud. Sorry. Sorry for those of you who don't like it. I like it. So you let me know about your workflows. Let me know what you like to do in your process and the apps that you use. Okay, so Photoshop, Fresco, they share the same file types. So that's where this drawings begins. And so I have, let me see if I can pull up something that we worked on for the, what you call it? The super collaboration. Where is it? There's this squirrel, squirrel cache. Squirrel. What was I doing on the squirrel? I can't remember now. I can't remember. And my grandkids' drawings, the sketchy. Let me see. Where is my folder? Where is my folder? What? Yeah, there's nothing here, so I don't know what's up with that. Oh, you guys can't see my screen. You're like, what are we talking about then? These are a lot of drawings, and I'm looking for the super collaboration. This is the sketchy verse. Vector magic. Boom. And so when hues and tones, and let me check those links. Let me check that link. Check. And there is a description. No, they don't. You don't get a description on Twitch. So let me look. You can get the description from somewhere else. There is a link to the project, the magic, the super collaboration, Vector Magic, the super collaboration. That's the name. Copy. I'm gonna share it with you all on the chat. Pew, pew, pew. There it is. Got it. And it only shows up on two platforms. Okay. So let me bring it in here, and so then I can speak about the artists who are working on this and switch screens. This is the deal with screens, and you have a lot of monitors and things. And so we started the artwork in Fresco, and I say we, and I mean there goes. This is a lot of cool stuff in here. We're talking about Penny Doodles. Yes, I was right. RB, Aaron, aka Hues and Tones, Mafu, and let's see, that's and then we got, I was thinking Elisandra Lopez. So Penny Doodles, I was correct. Yes, and Elisandra. That's right. And Jane Bradbury themselves are all in here, and all of these artists worked on some art. And there goes Odari's artwork right there. And so we start with sketching and drawing however you want. Bring it into Fresco. Start your drawing in Fresco. Get your sketch right, and then start the vector drawings. So once you have your vector drawings, and this is why I'm on the iPad right now, because this option does not exist yet on Fresco on the Surface on Snapdragon. And we'll be at Adobe Max next month, and I'm going to talk to the Fresco team, because I'm going to be there with the Fresco team hanging out at Adobe Max LA, baby. This button is missing. When you finish your vector drawing, you want to click on the top right corner. It shows the export. Then open up a copy, and you can choose to do iPad or desktop. And if you're on the iPad, then stick with iPad. But if you're already on the Surface or a desktop version of Fresco, which is only on Windows, then you can export to the desktop version of Illustrator. And so let's do iPad. I'm just going through the process right now. There it goes. Convert layers to objects. Click it. And then we got transformation happening. Boom! We are in Adobe Illustrator right now. Look. All right, these are the other things. There goes Fresco down here, and Illustrator up here. This is all vectors. Look at that. Oh my God. What? Yes. Yes, those are anchor points. So in Fresco, you draw with vector brushes, export to Illustrator, and you have vectors in Illustrator. So now you can manipulate your drawing a little further, go further with Illustrator's tools and settings, and really show off your illustration to another level with Adobe Illustrator. And so now what I do is I don't want to do much of anything right now. This is just to show you. So let's go back to the home screen on Illustrator. It saves and go back to Fresco and home screen and watch when I go back to my computer. So this is the super collaboration. Boom. Guess what's right there? That's it. Look, it's right there. It's Adobe Illustrator on the desktop, and we have and what happened here? What is that? Oh, that's something else. I don't know what that was. Oh, the iPad was already here. And we have our drawing. There it goes, our illustration. And it said a minute ago. You see, so the Creative Cloud is in full effect, baby. I'm telling you, it's in full effect. All right, so here we go. We got mm-hmm, vectors. Let me go. Boom. There it is. There it is. Oh yeah, it's a lot of vectors up in here. Let's click. Look at that. Vectors. Vectors. Let me change this color so we can see the vectors kinda. Kinda. And so all of this is done by drawing with Adobe Fresco with vector brushes, export to Illustrator. Now you have full control of your drawing and it's clean. So something that did transfer here was the template and the text. Boom, there we go. We got it. So now that we have this, um, we are ready to export pages, and I did that, and actually have a YouTube video, a couple of them that show the flow, the workflow, and of everything that I'm explaining, but in detail. So now I do have, let's go back to the home screen and take a look. There it is, Vector Magic. Boom. And so now I take my time and organize all of my cards into a page design. And I think these are 11 by 17. I can't remember. Yeah, 11 by 14. I don't know why. I think it should have been 17. I don't know why it's 14. Did I do this wrong? You know, Erin's such a cool collaborator and she just rolls with whatever I say. And sometimes I need somebody to remind me, like, dang, you said, and now you're saying this because I forget. So I don't know if I've forgotten to change that or something we agreed to. In any case, I'm sorry. Because that could have been 11 by 17. And I remember that Erin printed out these pages for a local coloring meetup. Okay, so forgot to pay attention to my messages. Okay, we're good. So there we go. We got the layouts for the coloring pages, and then I go from here. I export. Well, then I got the layout, and I put the artworks together because, like, what's an example right here? So in this design here, I gotta make sure that we have all the vectors, and I've been meaning to go back over this one. So I need to do something. Maybe put another hand right here for. I may ask Kodari to do that with his character, but I make sure that both of the characters are there, and actually have another version of this file that's already cleaned up. I gotta clean up these edges, like make sure the pencil is over the letter J. Make sure that the line work doesn't go over the elbow and so on. All right, cool, cool, cool. So where is that file? Let me see. I think it's in my computer, and so some of these files are on the cloud, and some of them are in the computer. So let's open that up. There we go. Come on, I got tons. Okay, there goes the collab folder. Pages, pages, post vector files, and jacket diamonds. Look at that. Templates, and then here is the black set. Yes, yes, yes. There we go. And so let's take a look at what I just described. See that the elbow is in the front. Oh, there's a little bit of stuff showing right there. There goes the pencil over the letter J. J. Dun, 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 dun. All right, here we go. And then we have the crown is over the line. So these are little things that I had to sit here and work on when I'm in Illustrator. All right, great. So then I export these pages and bring them into Photoshop. Oh, did I bring them into Photoshop? No, this is where the other fancy app comes into play. Let's go. Let's go. Here it is. The web. We have Adobe Express. Oh, that's for the posting. But to make my pages, coloring pages. Yeah, so let's not get sidetracked into Express. Okay. Coloring pages are in Photoshop. Yes. Yes, sir. Let's go. I got a lot of windows going on here. Oh, yes, I remember now. And here's what I did. I got lots of, these are a lot of my latest drawings. So let's go open. Come on. It's not in vector files. It is in pages and 8x10s. Pages. There we go. So spade pages. Open. So what I've done is after I exported that image from Illustrator, then I bring it into Photoshop so I can format the size of the coloring page. And the size of the coloring page is 8x10. And so I am making sure that, let me see, my artboards, it's not showing me my artboard here, but let's take a look. Image, canvas size, inches, it says 33x10. Why is it doing that? Width of those, because grabbing all of those, 8 times 4 is 32. So it's 8x10. But because it's measuring the whole canvas, at the same time, it says 33 inches. It's not 33 inches. It's 8.5, 8.25, something like that, 8.25. And so it should be just 8x10, and probably measuring these little gaps right here. In any case, there it goes. It's 8x10. I got that. And now I can export these individually into 8x10s that I can use in InDesign. And now we get to InDesign. For some reason, there we go. Got it. I was going to say, I can't get to the top. All the way to the top. Well, let me fix this. Come on. There we go. Sometimes these windows don't want to snap. All right, so now we're going to show you, and because this everything I just covered, I've shared on other streams, and so look at Express. Why are you doing that? I've shared in other streams, so if you have any questions, comments, suggestions, let me know, and we'll definitely get to it. Unsupported. I can't be unsupported. What are you talking about? This is Chrome, man. Okay, so it must be down. Express must be down. I just used Express this morning. Express. Or maybe the link. Okay, this is the link that I clicked on from. That says new Adobe Express. This one just says Express. Okay, so that's a bug. I found a bug. I'm going to tell them. Yes, I'm going to tell Adobe about that. Yeah. This is the window that opened up from the link in the Creative Cloud app. And this is the window that I just opened by typing in express.adobe.com. Interesting. Okay. So here's Adobe Express, and where are my super collaboration posts? Right there, boom. And so so before I show you the InDesign part, I'm gonna show you this part. Is that I went ahead and started making the post for each page that you can download from the Behance project. It is free to download any of the pages in the Behance project. Look, there they are right there. So right now we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's time to add two more for this week. And I think I'm 1 week behind because I forgot to post last week. So we're going to work on that. But there it comes. I know, computer. You're struggling because I got 5 apps open. How many did I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, and then and streaming. So that's OBS. And then we trying to do some Adobe Express, but you're slacking right now. So we'll come back to it. Okay. So now that we're here at InDesign, I gotta go off my memory because I can't remember so well right now. But I'll figure this out. Let's see. We're gonna make a book. So this new file. We're gonna make a book that is 8 by 10. And I can always change this. Not pecas. Come on, inches. There goes. Look, it keeps inches. Okay. So, because the coloring book, and that's what I've done before. I've done coloring books, and I've uploaded them and sold them through Amazon. Even Lulu. I can't remember Lulu's specs, but let's go with 8. There it goes. And then 10. No one said that. 8. That's it. By 10. Got it. I need, so we have, it's ace, king, queen, jack. That's 4. So for now, is we need 16 pages. But I need 32 so that we can have 32, so we can have 1, 2. One is going to have a description. The second one's going to have the coloring page. So 16 times 2 is 32 pages. Got it. The margins, cool. We're going to leave that. Bleed and so on, we're going to leave that and click on create. Let's go. You can always make adjustments later. So, don't stress out. And I think I might have oh, there we go. Whew, I was like, I think I forgot something. No, there they are. There they are. So this is considered the front page, but because right now I'm just working on the artwork, I'm not going to worry about a front page, home page, and any of that. Right now it's just the layout of these pages. Now I could work on individual pages like I did with Photoshop, and that's fine. However, when you need to go in and make an edit, like a text edit, then you have to open each individual Photoshop page to make those edits. Whereas you can do it all in one file on all the different pages with InDesign, and that's why InDesign is good. So we're gonna Control S or Command S. I can save to the cloud, but yeah, I could do that, but I don't have InDesign on the iPad, do I? No. And I have access to my computer when I'm on my Surface because I like that Surface is a computer and a tablet. So let's just go here. So we're going to go with Super Collab Coloring Book. Boom. And we're going right where we started. It's not in pages, but come on. We're going here. InDesign book. There we go. Make a folder. Click on save, and there it is. And so now, of course, there's the pages, and look, you can always like snap to a page. It's not gonna take me. Come on, skip. We got stuff to do. All right, then. There we go. How about now? That's this page. And so what I want to do is have, let me go back to this page. I want to have some text here. Text goes here. And I want to have a picture here. And so the best way this is going to work is going to be just text picture, text picture, text picture, text picture. Now can I was add more pages before this first page here, and I can add more pages at the end. No worries, no big deal. But let's go into our folder and grab one of those pages. Yeah. Let's go. Let's go. Where we at? DTN collab, and I have another collab I need to finish um, before I get to Adobe Max. Is with this other Daniel Human. I ain't forget about our collab. Okay, version 2. Here we go. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. So let's start with the king. Where is the king? That's the jack. That's the king. Oh no, ace. We need the ace. There we go. Then we got an ace of spades. Oh, we're gonna ace of clubs, ace of spades. Let's go with that. Look, drag and drop. So this is the face card PNG. I can click and drag it. Got it. It's a little bit smaller. Now these are the PNG. So these came out of Illustrator. All right. So that's Adobe Illustrator PNG. I have the pages that I made, but I think these are the pages that I made so that I can share it online for download for people to draw with. I don't want to use those. I want to use the highest resolution possible. And so in this case, we have a 3300 by 4200. Oh my gosh, what is that? 3300 at 3. That's 11. Oh, 11 by 14. It is. It is. So now let's zoom in here. Okay. And I can play around with this. Let me see. Right now, it's right here. There you go. And drop it right there. And I make sure that it sits where it's supposed to sit. There he goes. Got it. Move it over. And it almost fits right here inside of this guide. So now I'm going to use that guide for every page. And so right here, this text is going to say ace. Ace of spades. And go to my, I don't have any windows here because I haven't worked in InDesign on this computer yet. So what is it called? Type. Okay, can I do this? Won't do that. Character. Okay, fine. I don't know why I did that. One window at a time. What's up, Jimmy Flame? Oh man, Jimmy Flame's gonna be at Adobe Max also. All right, I got my last year's Adobe Max hat on right now. Yo, I am ready. Okay, and so I don't have any fonts that I want to use just yet, but I am going to be playing around with it. So let's go with a title, Ace of Spades. Come on. Ooh, I know you're struggling, computer. I know, but Ace of Spades. I guess it could be Ace O Spades. Okay, here we go. Boom, got it. So that's it. There it is. Ace of Spades. And so I would like to do a big chunky font like this. Let me see. Okay, that's too big. Too chunky. Let me see. Okay, that's okay. And then if it was outline. So I got some playing around to do here. And let's get the paragraph in center. Got it. Good. And see like that. If it's centered. Why is it like that? No, it's not centered. There we go. Boom. Ace of Spades. And then I can add, I'm going to add a paragraph. We've already collected some descriptions by the artists who worked on these pages. And so I got to add my own description to some of these. And I'm going to put in here the meaning, the symbol, or the character. Let's see, the character, the meaning, and then what it means to DTM. Bam. And so that's what's going to go here is that we're going to talk about what it is. Why did we do this? What does this character, this symbol mean? What is it about? And what are the takeaways here so that you can get a little insight into what we made, the art that we made. There we go. So that's it. Boom. So now that I did that, Control S to save, and we are in the house. Trifont ethnocentric in the Star Trek. What? Okay, Jimmy Flan. Let me make a copy, and then I'll try that. What is it called? Ethno. So I don't have it here. So that means I may have to go on to the Adobe fonts. There we go. Ethnocentric. Oh, look at you. Oh my gosh. That does look cool. So now I got to download it first. Yes, add this font, man. That's why I clicked on it. Interesting. It's in Adobe fonts. Yes, I see it now. Okay. So there it goes. So after it downloads, then I gotta go here and do it again. Come on. It takes a while to download. Nasification. Oh yes, I've seen that one. I've seen that one. Come on. Innocentric. Come on. So it's taking its time to download from Adobe Fonts, but I'm gonna check that out. It did look cool. Come on. This is how it goes with jeez. Come on, you can do it. Okay. I can't answer this. What time is it? And but I will in a minute. Ethno, I think I misspelled it. Yes, I did 2 T's. So it's in here, but now I can't select it. So I need to go to my regular fonts and grab it from here. There we go. So you gotta wait and stuff. There it is. There we go. Okay, okay. And change the font size. There we go. Ace of Spades. I like that, Jimmy Flame. Anton is a go-to chunk font. Great placeholder. Okay, I'm gonna get all these. I do like Anton. I have seen Anton. Let me see. Come on. Where did it go? Which one is it? Is this one? Oh, I already did that. Okay, here we go. Okay, so this was gonna be. That one's chunky. I like that. That's a good one. And then, of course, nasification. Nasalization. I got a nasalization here. Now you got a okay, but look at that. Oh. All right. Well, there it is. So let's go ahead and save that. And for the next few weeks, I will be working on this file, adding pages, adding text, organizing the artwork, and I'm gonna bring you in every now and then to see the progress. And so make sure you check out Vector Maestros on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, anywhere you like to follow people. And if you're interested in some one-on-one sessions, check out our Discord. I did add the text to our link to our Discord. And we have a professional artist development series happening on Mondays at 9:30. I put at 8:30 here. No, that's right. That's at 8:30 in the morning. That's open to all. But in the evening, on Mondays and Tuesdays, we have a full list of cool live streams in the Discord on Mondays and Tuesdays. Mondays is for subscribers only. Tuesdays is open to everyone. I need that meme from The Professional where what's his name? He says everyone. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Thank you, Jimmy Flame. Thank you, special exact. And who did I see? And Jane. Thank you, Jane, for hanging out with me this morning. I appreciate all your time. Please check the links in the description of the video. Let me know what you're working on. Join us in the Discord. We have a work in progress page. We have links page where you want to share your social media links and posts so we can go follow each other and build this our community with you in mind. I am DTM Delta Tango Mike, and I will catch you on the flip side. Peace out, everybody.